Brad Pitt and George Clooney's must-watch 78% Rotten Tomatoes crime comedy is leaving streaming soon. For anyone who hasn't seen Burn After Reading, this is the perfect time to catch one of the Coen brothers' most underrated comedies before it leaves Netflix on September 1st. The film came out in 2008 and has a solid 78% critics score on Rotten Tomatoes. It's full of the Coens' signature dark humor, absurd situations, and clueless characters trying to outsmart a system they barely understand. The film also features Ocean's fan favorites Brad Pitt and George Clooney sharing the screen again. 2024's Wolves was also heavily hyped for reuniting the duo, but Burn After Reading quietly pulled it off years earlier and in far more unhinged roles. The plot of Burn After Reading centers around a disc containing the memoirs of a retired CIA analyst, which ends up in the hands of two clueless gym employees. They think they've found a golden ticket and try to blackmail their way into easy money to help pay for plastic surgery. But the whole thing quickly snowballs into total chaos, involving cheating spouses, government paranoia, and a lot of people who have no idea what they're doing. The tone of the movie feels very reminiscent of The Nice Guys and The Gentlemen. Moreover, the cast is absolutely stacked. Apart from Pitt and Clooney, the film features heavy hitters like Frances McDormand, John Malkovich, Tilda Swinton, Richard Jenkins, JK Simmons, and more. Plus, the comedy scenes are absolute gold. Pitt's face right before he gets shot is one of the funniest deaths in any movie ever. Clooney showing off his creepy homemade sex chair like it's a proud science fair project is pure nightmare fuel in the funniest way possible. With all that going for it and a tight 96-minute runtime, Burn After Reading is the perfect weekend watch before it leaves Netflix. Because once it's gone, there's no telling when or if any other platform will even pick it up. Why is Burn After Reading so underrated? When the film first came out, it received mixed reviews because most people didn't know what to make of it. It was released just a year after the Coens' Oscar-winning No Country for Old Men, so audiences were expecting another dark, serious thriller. Instead, they got a completely unhinged satire that made fun of spy thrillers. It also confused people at the time because it didn't follow a conventional story structure and didn't have a clear lead character. But looking back, that's what made it so clever. It was meant to be weird and funny and out of control. And by the time the film ends with one of the most absurd final scenes ever, it becomes clear that the randomness was all part of the plan.